Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. Today we'll be talking about functional programming. So the first question we'll look at, or the first thing we'll look at today is why functional programming. But before we do that, my name is Melody Leonard and yeah, I'm a software developer. So why functional programming? Uh, First, functional programming it's a paradigm, and what this means is that it is a way of thinking, a way of providing solutions to softwares. Uh, think of software or programming languages as tools for writing, for achieving a software, and you look at OOP and functional programming as different ways to these tools of thinking, this critical thinking. Functional programming, of course, is a paradigm and it tends to introduce a lot of features. It's not just the idea that we are not going to be using this, because if you look at object-oriented programming, especially in JavaScript, right, you have to bind this and do this to this and stuff like that. And one thing about object-oriented programming or OOP is that you don't always get what you want. There's no explicitness to getting what you want, right? Uh, you might request for there's this popular, I think, uh, you know, is a quote that says, "Object-oriented programming is like you asking for a banana and you might just get a banana and you realize that you also got a gorilla holding the banana, and if you look at that gorilla you see a whole forest around it. And this is true, right? Because there's this objectness, like this class, there's this class of this class that contains a whole bunch of something or things, right? And if you what you ask for, you get it, but you get extras, right? There's more to what you get. And also, you look at functional programming tends to introduce this idea of immutability, right? Especially for the good functional uh, programming languages. It introduces this immutability. Now, in object-oriented programming, you know, you can, let's say you're dealing with an array and you pop a value from that array. What happens is that uh, in memory, that value is gone, right? So you see that, yeah, that value is just gone, like, and so you might be working on something, or maybe a data, you're requesting for a data, right? And you're doing something with the data, and maybe some anonymous code or somebody's code messes up with something, a list or something like that, and it's just gone. That value is just gone. But in functional programming, right, you run your code with the assurance that nothing is changing, like nothing is going to change that code, right? It's there's only this transformation, like things are being transformed. Like you can edit, make copies of, or whatever you want to do and transform it, right? You can just change it, but that's by transformation I mean you make a copy of what you want, then you can do whatever modifications you want, and you still have the original and whatever you've transformed, right? Whereas you don't get that in the OOP, right? And there is this core explicitness, right, to functional programming. So, you know, if you request for a banana, you are always sure that you're going to get a banana. Nothing around it, nothing else around it. And, there's this neater way of writing code or cleaner way of writing code, right? It's just way neater and way less stressful. So you can look at some functional programming languages like Haskell. You can equally look at Elixir and lots more, right? And these are very powerful tools. So in the next video, we're going to look at one of the functional programming languages of my choice, and we are going to look at why you want to learn that very language. All right, have a nice one, guys.